Mike holding that outer side on the eastern spot part of the map is going to be pretty isolated as we're taking a look. WBG Spider, our #1 ranked player as of right now, going to be spawning close to XCG's Wang Liang, isn't going to engage right away, picking up some dandelions. We're going to see KLA's TT25 already getting active, picking up the first elimination of the game on to Alliance's Frostivus, going by pretty fast here as we're going to see WBG Spider just looting up, trying to scale a little bit more. He's gotten into these fights really early in the game, in the past couple of games, and hasn't been too successful. So he's going to take a little bit more time to loot up instead of rushing into this fight too quickly. But we are still going to see a good old Spider coming out as fast as he can on to XCG's Wang Liang. 2 bow shots connecting. The third one goes as well, mincing his shield off. So you're going to see him not connect on the staff play here, but he is going to get parried now. Switching over to that purple fan, we are going to see Spider bringing out a parry of his own here, coming back around, claiming his purple fan back. So you're going to see him try and make a play with it. Spider with another huge parry and picking up another kill. The kill race of the ages, guys. It is KLA's TT25 and WBG Spider picking up the first kills in the game, and now we're flipping over to Fung, already engaged in a fight. Purple spear in hand. It looks like he is going to back off of Verano, goes for a Trove. He's going to try and open that Trove up first here as we're flipping back over to T225 in a fight with JL's AS. Weapon advantage for AS right now, has that purple staff in hand, is going to be very dangerous. KLA's T225 just trying to kite, has a very long cooldown on his F ability here. Is going to be able to get that charged attack off though, dealing a lot of damage onto JL's AS. Is going to end up kiting away. Scale rushes back around, tries to go for the hit confirm though, drops the pillar onto AS. AS forced to invest that F ability here. F coming out as well from KLA's T225, goes for the overhold. JL's AS misses the parry, and T225 on 2 kills. And oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen, our top 3 are in a huge race. Spider gets 1, KLA's on 2, DRG's Fung fighting against EWG's Arano, almost gets hit with the Nezhu's Might, uses that F ability to be able to get out of that gold focus. OUG's Mike as well, picking up another kill in the kill feed, as you can see here. Switching over to those dual halberds here, is going to get a scale rush up, but not able to capitalize off of the hit stun here. Gets a double charge off on his head, very difficult to parry that when he's above you. And Arano now on the back foot, is on the Justina, is going to have that ult up pretty soon. We're going to see the armor swap coming out from Arano. DRG taking to the skies. Signature scale rush coming out from him, is going to try and follow around. They're playing ring around the rosy on all of these pillars here. Fong trying to go for the scale rush, gets it, doesn't get the hit confirm though, tries to go for the overhold, tries to parry, is going to give him a little bit of space to get away with that parry there, and Fong taking to the skies to try and find him, going up, back it down, and around. 2 charged attacks off from the fan is going to deal so much damage on a DRG's Fung. We're going to see the ultimate getting invested here from Arano on the Justina. Fung is going to back off and try and go for a pot here, but we're seeing Arano coming in fast. Pillar getting dropped on the inside here, crippling Fung's ability to take this fight at a very quick capacity. But Arano able to get a huge, oh my goodness, misplay there from Arano. Fung trapping himself on the inside with the mech, not able to get out of there. Arano going for the fight still in the mech, trying to see if he could freeze it, but gets the knockback, and Fung coming away with the kill.
Yeah, Arano there lands the freeze, hesitates, then goes in anyway, and like it's just a huge misplay in both directions. If you're gonna go in and try to go for the damage off of the freeze, you need to immediately go for it. Otherwise, they can just go into that cannon form and hit you yet again. And when you're as low as you are there, it's just a death sentence. And Arano, for some reason, hesitates, then makes the terrible decision to go back inside there and take the fight, because that Fong's going to find their first elimination as well. And as it looks right now, it's T225, Spider, DRG's Fong, and OUG's Mike who are in control of this lobby. And this is exactly where you don't want to see. You don't want to see the 3 people who are above the 30-point range being in control of the lobby off of the rip and setting the pace for the rest of the lobby. It is a terrible place to be. Thankfully, you know, again, you can't really see the names, so nobody knows, but these players are making a show of it for us. As we cut over, we're going to see TE's Railgun going head-to-head here with XCG's Wang Liang. Wang Liang, yet again, coming into Plumed Castle and going to Podium, making sure he can get that early legendary weapon. He's coming in on to Railgun. Unfortunately, Railgun finds the charge RMB off of the dagger. Wang Liang can't find the freeze. He's out of dashes here. Oh my goodness, Railgun is so low, but Wang Liang will turn around, find control of it. Needs to leave the Soul Bloom behind, so he has one if he wants to take Realm of Yang. Spider here versus Frostivus is a huge parry. Spider gonna go pillar for pillar here. Frostivus with a massive parry onto Spider, though. Tries to get the fan, won't be able to, is forced to take for the pillar here. Spider looking for a reset. We will see the cannon shots come through. Spider completely played away from his pillar here. Very unfortunate situation, but since Frostivus wants to take a reset, Spider can do the same. And now Spider, if he wants to, can come back and take the pillar, but instead, he's just gonna wait it out. He's gonna wait for Frostivus to de-mech here before he re-engages in the fight. JL's AS going to show up, though, so Spider going to look to break away from this, and AS not sure which target he wants to lock onto. He is going to opt for a reset and stay near Spider, though. He sees the pillar out. He thinks Spider might be the weaker target, but Spider at 80% ult charge back up because he did not take the pillar. Smart decision-making coming in from WBG Spider.
Yeah, what a perfect decision making. If he would have gone into the pillar, he loses his ultimate. He loses the chance to get the kill in the Realm of Yang. So he's definitely made the right decision into backing off there. This is the game where it's like the most crucial decision making that you need to have in your entire life. You have to have so much discipline and not trying to W key and get, as shout out to the great Dunkin' Donuts, get very oogly onto these players. And we are going to be seeing this Realm of Yang start pretty quickly here. KLA's T225 definitely want to get in here. And the one thing that we haven't seen is these players that are in contention haven't been fighting themselves. They haven't been fighting each other. Like in this Realm of Yang even, we're seeing KLA fighting Wolves and WBG fighting XCG. So we're not going to be getting one of these players hopping so high over the other ones because they're not fighting each other. They're all climbing and fighting different players. As KLA's T225 coming out with a strong start, the only Tesla in the lobby, CDY, is going to be facing off. It's going to be very difficult for CDY to be able to come away with this, especially against Afaria. It is going to be able to, oh my goodness, gets the soul back, gets the taps off on that charged LMB there, sorry, as T225 coming around with a huge parry, and that's going to be it for CDY here. KLA's T225 picking up his third kill of the game. So clean against Wolves CDY. Spider here in a little bit of trouble against XCG's Wang Liang. Has the turret up, but Wang Liang at full HP here, not doing too much, is going to make Spider de-mech here. Spider in a lot of trouble, doesn't even have a melee weapon out here. Going into ultimate, Wang Liang just putting so much pressure onto WBG Spider, and it's going to be a little bit unfortunate for him here. We're going to see him probably go up pretty quickly. All 3 dashes remaining, and that's it for WBG Spider in the Realm of Yang. Unfortunate for him, he's still, I'm pretty sure we see Spider with the Soul Bloom stash somewhere in this game. He does have a kill on the board, so we could be seeing that happen. Still in this game, definitely not out of contention just yet, but it's definitely a big setback for him that he cannot afford. And here we go. KLA's T225 versus DRG's Fung. This is a fight that if Fung goes out right here and KLA picks up his 4th kill, it's giving the rest of the lobby one less person to worry about into this final circle here. As we're taking a look, KLA's T225 with the gold dual blades in hand, trying to get active, sending a few bow shots out, and we are seeing on your little screen in the corner, ladies and gentlemen, Spider does have that bloom stashed away from the original kill onto Wang Liang at the start of the game. Huge bow shot coming out from T225 is going to follow up the grapple on that, and it looks like multiple players, JDG's Verse, also in the back, trying to send some bow shots out too. JDG's Fung, or DRG's Fung, sorry, with the armor swap there, getting back to full blue armor, but KLA is not wanting to give up this kill.
Yeah, KLA's 2-5 trying to keep the pressure up here on to Fong. Fong just trying to break the ankles. OUG's Mike's going to show up, though, for the third party, and this can spell absolute disaster for DRG's Fong. And KLA's 2-5, man, 3 eliminations under their belt, really put in the work. These legendary dual blades continuing to just catch Fong and chip away at that HP. The F invested on the side of Fong. Fong feeling the need to drop the pillar here, looking to turn on to T225. T225 taking a ton of hits, though, here. Fong looking for the reset. Mike going to keep the pressure up on to Fong, though. The target selection moving away from T225. T225 getting most of the reset here. Looks like he's going to be able to get the full reset, keep this pressure up as well. He wants this elimination. He's going to have his abilities on the back foot as well. So as long as he can pick up the elimination and not be forced into a situation where he has to ult, T225 can just break away from this fight once Fong gets eliminated. Fong just hanging upside down, hoping he's broken the ankles of some other players. But we will see OUG might continue to keep the hunt up onto GRG's Fong. Fong trying to use that dagger movement to the best of his ability here, doing what Fong does best. Mike keeping the pressure up as we're going to see 3 players looking to turn in onto Fong. While we're talking about that, Alliance's Frostivus picks up an elimination onto Wolves CDY. Fong trying to keep it up, but now UG's Mike going to turn his target acquisition onto Kaylee's T225, and T25, oh my goodness, taking so much damage here. I don't know what you can do if you're T225 in this position. He doesn't even throw his ult out, but T225 takes it. He does have the Vermilion Birds just before it goes through, so he's going to take that walk away, says, all right, cool, I'm just going to let Mike have this. I'm going to take the resurrection and not worry too much about it. I agree with the decision, T225. Just lay down your arms. You get the resurrection. You get to keep your gear. You get to keep your game alive, and you don't have to worry about RNGing the last 30 seconds of that buff. WBG Spider on the outside here. Looks like we have Zone 2 collapsing onto Zone 3. 9 players left remaining in the lobby. We're going to see that second set of Realm of Yang getting ready to come through.
Yeah, and when we saw that kill coming to a close, you could see the timer on his Vermilion's Bird Mite inching lower and lower. If he would have tried to extend that fight, he runs the risk of losing that buff halfway through the fight. And if he dies there, he dies for real. So it was a good play by him for just take his hands off the keyboard, let Mike get the kill. It's unfortunate that it was Mike, the one person that they probably didn't want to get the kill the most, because he is now ahead of everybody in kills and would be coming out MVP if, at this point, if the game were to end, Mike would be the one on MVP. But we do have to play into the late game. There's still lots of Naraka to be played in this game for them to come back. Spider picking up some purple armor late game. Just a little trove to the side. Very lucky for him there. Great scale for him to be able to come through. As the second Realm of Yang is starting, he is going to try and capitalize on that. Get himself up in the scores. Mike looks to be going closer to the Realm of Yang. He is doing a little bit of last-minute shopping there at the Rift Dealer to see if he can get a couple Soul Jades, and get some more resources before going into this realm. We're seeing most of these players, other than JL's AS and KLA's T225, are going to be going into the realm. I think it's smart of T225 to play it safe, just so on the off chance that he goes out here, he does have 3 kills, so he is ahead of the game right now. Spider and Fung are the 2 that really need this Realm of Yang to win. They aren't going to be facing off against each other, so they have the potential to both win this Realm of Yang. It's going to be very difficult for WBG Spider, as Mike has been on a tear this game. Purple spear in hand, does have that golden dagger in the back pocket as well. They're going to try and throw it. Goes for the parry, is not going to come away with it. Spider trying to make something happen with the blue hung sword. Is going to throw out a double charge there, but the pillar's going to get dropped. Mike just absolutely dominating this fight right now. As Spider trying to kite away here, seeing if they can maybe get a focus scale rush off. Gets the prio here, but the F ability is going to get invested into the pillar. Pillar does not land for Spider here. And oh my goodness, Mike is just absolutely blitzing the health away. Spider trying to make it close to the pillar. Bring this fight over to this side. Spider going within an inch of his life, hopping in his own mech. And Mike now on the front foot of this fight, gonna drop into the pillar, or drop into the turret faster here and absolutely decimate the mech of Spider here. This is gonna be a very interesting fight. Both of these players need to get Spider needs a reset really badly. Mike is on the front foot of this fight here. 23 seconds left in this Realm of Yang. It could go to a stalemate here, but Mike is doing everything right, knocking Spider out of his mech. Very little timing left. He's going to try and get this pot off. He does get the one off. Invest the F early here. Overhold. Spider's going to be able to get there. Doesn't get the prio off, and OUG's Mike, oh my goodness, on an absolute tear, taking out WBG Spider from this game.
Well, not out for the game, out in the
From the Yang, sorry.
I think Spider has a bloom stashed. If I'm not certain, but I think he does. Just like DRG's Fang loses his Realm of Yang, but has a Bloom stashed as well, it would only make sense that both of those players head in and take those Realm of Yangs if they had a safety net. Fang clearly does. We'll see when WBG Spider gets his res back off as we move over to XCG's Wang Liang, EWG's Arano, WBG's Spider, and everybody else over on the side. JDG's Verse here with the white armor, a huge target for the entirety of this lobby. Spider clearly didn't have the Bloom, but needs to come in and make a play here, needs to either steal the Bloom or find the elimination and get the Bloom in general. Verse here taking a ton of damage from the pistol shots coming in onto that white armor. That white armor immediately going to be destroyed off of Verse yet again. Spider trying to find the elimination, needs to get in where he can get the Bloom. He finds the elimination. Where's the body going to be? Will Spider get it? Spider does find the elimination and finds the Soul Bloom to get back in the game. Oh my goodness, the Martial Hook coming in from Wang Liang on those legendary dual halberds, though, putting in absolute work. Spider gets a little greedy. Looks like he's going to go in for the purple fan, isn't going to find it, needs to get out of here and find a reset as he's forced to burn the ultimate. The rest of the lobby looks to turn on, and this could be it for WBG's Spider. That ultimate being forced to be invested here. He's going to go ahead and demech already as everybody keeps the chase up. Now Spider misses the scale rush out as well. Look to break the ankles, but is in an extremely tough spot as OUG Mike keeps the pressure up here. Spider, though, trying to break away. More players waiting outside for him. He's 1 HP in a dream. He's got to get where he can get a pot. Goes for the fence here. Really smart play. Is able to break away. I'm not sure anybody saw him go this way. And Spider, against the odds, is going to live to fight another day, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my goodness, WBG Spider. I saw Mike closing in and I go, no way Mike decides to start popping off right at the end. Like, come on, guys. And WBG Spider with 1 HP in a dream. He had the dream. He made it a reality. Was able to get himself the full reset and put himself back into this game. OUG's Mike, just absolute demon time. It could be a little bit too little too late here, as he does have a lot of ground to make up. He is going to get frozen and focused out here pretty quickly. Does drop the pillar and has his mech forced to ult early. Put in the same situation as Spider, but he is going to be able to get away in his mech a little bit faster and doesn't have as much terrain with all of those yurts in that gold zone that they were fighting in earlier, making it very difficult for him to maneuver in the mech. He is going to get the full reset and is able to back off out of the mech super quickly here. Good job to be able to defend that attack. A little bit less messy than Spider's that we saw earlier, but same concept in the play, as we are going to see him. 5 eliminations on the board for Mike so far. So he is going to be, so far, he is the match MVP with 6 points on this game. The second place right now is going to be KLA's T225 with 3.8, tied with Frostovis. So this end circle is going to be a very chaotic one with 8 players remaining. Circle 3 closing onto Circle 4. DRG's Fung with gray weapons in hand. This is, he lost all his motion.
Yeah, well, he got parried quite a lot into those fights, and all the players coming back in. That's a WBG Spider made a huge mistake. He tried to come in and pick up that purple fan that was parried out of Fong's hand there, and gets caught out, forced to drop the pillar and go away. He does live through that though, but it could have been a massive mistake for Spider. But it has left Fong in a really bad situation, as Spider here just doing some bush patrol, making sure nobody's hiding over there. Will find a little critter there to kill, get himself some extra shield pots in the game of resources. That is absolutely huge for him right now. DRG Fong chilling in a bush, got to make the decision for himself here. Needs to go to late game and look to just really pop off there. I don't think he can afford to take a fight and get caught out with those white weapons and a blue armor right now, with 8 players still left alive in the lobby. And WBG Spider doesn't know Fong is there. He checked these bushes earlier, positioned to another position, and then moved back to this bush. So he thinks the bush is empty. He didn't think to pull the grapple back out and recheck before going in, because he had checked it earlier. And there's Fong coming out. Everybody looking to try to come in on this Spider. It's going to be the one who picks up the legendary set of armor outside of the Moore's Blessing here and back away. OUG's Mike with that legendary dagger trying to break away as some shots come in. DRG's Fong pressuring in there with the white fan, but Fong able to get that purple armor that WBG Spider leaves behind. So a little bit less of a target on the back of DRG's Fong, as WBG Spider more than happy to take that legendary armor and just scoot right on out of there. We are 8 players still left alive with 7 minutes and 49 seconds on the clock as we get ready to head into Zone 5 very shortly.
Yeah, and that armor swap. That Spider gets the armor, Fong goes so low. And the fact that Spider dropped the purple armor, Fong was able to get himself back into some full purple armor right away, saving his life, causing all of these other players not to focus on him. Very lucky play from him there, as we are going to be seeing Kaylee's T225. 3 kills up on the board, has the most, like, the very closest probability to be winning this right now. OUG's Mike, purple spear in hand, does have Heartstopper kick, as well as JL's AS, who is also on the top of that building. I'm pretty sure the two of them have Heartstopper kick. AS has gold spear, whereas Mike only has the purple one. But we are going to be taking a look as well at EWG Arano. No kills on the board so far for him today, or on this game. Is going to be scaling closer to the other side, where closer to the less populated area of the map. Could be running into KLA's T225 pretty quickly here, as yeah, AS Heartstopper kick as well. Just going to be holding this space. Doesn't want to engage really quickly, but holding blue to just make sure nobody's coming and messing with him up at the top. Does have a purple cannon as well. Could be sending some range shots into the crowds later. He's got a very good high ground vantage point, as the rest of these players are going to start just hanging out in their own zones, throwing out some blues, keeping these spaces. It's that pre-endgame lull that we have come to know and love, where these players are recollecting themselves from all the adrenaline that goes off, and I guess we're going to see a fight popping off pretty early here. Wang Liang forced to drop the ultimate. Mike is going to drop the pillar to no success there, and Wang Liang 2 dashes away, sends the last one to save himself, but the whole lobby sees what's going on, and Wang Liang in contention of getting murdered here pretty quickly. Very low HP, still using that ult to get a little bit of that buff from his ultimate. Doesn't have any charges left, but DRG's Fung, ready for this kill here, is going to bring it the other way around, staying alive with just a sliver of HP here. And EWG's Arano just focusing a completely different target here, as DRG's Fung now forced to try and take a reset. Arano is going to try and drop a pillar. Fung forced to pop that ultimate, and Wang Liang's able to get the reset here. Oh my goodness, they let that go away. I was sure that Wang Liang was going to go out there, but the target selection that Arano had in that fight just saved Wang Liang from certain death here, as we are going to see him now taking a lot of damage, being forced into that hut by DRG's Fong. Is going to end up trying to drop this pillar, and he is going within 1 HP. Dodging, weaving, and ducking. Oh my goodness, this is absolutely insane. Gets the charge off, is not going to be able to come away with it, and DRG's Fung is going to end up picking up the kill. Spider with a very griefing longsword slash coming out to take away most of his health, and Fung just finishing it off, picking up a gold fan. That is going to be a huge boost for Fung as well, being on one of his most favored weapons.
Yeah, absolutely. As we are 7 players left alive, Zone 5 collapsing onto Zone 6. All 3 players in contention for taking match point here, still in the game. Fong finally picking up his 2nd elimination. Could have been Spider's 3rd elimination. Unfortunately, that longsword slash just shy of enough damage, picking up the elimination there onto Wang Liang. Spider going to come inside, sees Fong, goes for the scale rush outside, realizes he does not want to take that fight with another player just sitting outside there. You find yourself in a bad position in those tents that don't have an exit on the backside. Fong here coming down with the fan, looking to threaten some space. JL's AS just holding there. Doesn't want to let anybody inside his little hut, but needs to be very careful. He does have that Heartstopper kick, as you mentioned before. Some huge range shots coming down range there onto EWG's Arano. Arano going to turn into the target with his lobby very quickly. Misses yet again there on the freeze on the backside. Jail's AS looking to come in. Arano able to get a pot off, but the pressure continues. Grapples into multiple pistol shots. They have 1 dash left remaining in the tank here, trying to turn things on to AS. They do find a dash onto GRG Fong, but Fong going to invest the F here, and now no dashes. Arano finds a huge parry, but massive shots coming in from a pistol up above. More pistol shots coming in yet again. Arano on the outside here, no place he goes. It's going to be WBG Spider who picks up their 3rd elimination of the game. This is bad for all of these other players. It is the top players constantly picking up these eliminations, but they might be griefing each other out of a potential MVP here, because it is OUG's Mike who's crucially on 5 eliminations, and they are only each picking up 1 kill here, while Mike still holds on to the 5, and nobody really inching ever closer, as it's 3-3-2 now for Spider, T225, and Fang. Spider coming over the sides here, wants to take this position away from JLS, maybe potentially put another kill up on the board. Oh my goodness, Spider here with the double charged R&B on the purple duel. How it's forcing the ult out of JL's AS. AS does have the ult. Spider doesn't pick up the elimination, but crucially, now the target of the entire lobby forced to drop the mech here. The fan R&B coming in from DRG's Fong. The shots coming in left and right. It's going to be Alliance's Frostivus who finds the elimination. The poison splash coming in, and the lobby inches closer and closer to the end with 5 players left alive. Will we see the MVP come out this game? All 3 still alive. T225 coming in. Spider taking a ton of damage from Mike. The attention turning on to WBG Spider. Spider going to be forced to drop the pillar here just to stay alive. T225 finds the full reset. Who's going to find the elimination here? Spider, the charged R&B coming in off the fan, doing a ton of damage. I don't think he can get a reset here with so many players. Attention turn on. It's going to be Fong who picks it up and goes to 3 eliminations, ladies and gentlemen. They have kept Mike from finding the elimination. T225 goes low. Fong might be able to make something happen here. He's coming in on to T225 yet again, and hopefully he can find it. Fong looks for it. Frostivus comes in, wants it as well. Mike looking for the reset. Fong trying to find a reset as well. Mike turning onto him. It just keeps going crazy. T225, though, finding most of a full reset here, looking to turn onto DRG's Fong now. Mike going to take some huge hits as well as T225 finds those shots. The pillar comes out from Mike. Mike might be forced to take it here, ladies and gentlemen. He's stuck out on the edge. Continue to fight. Enter the cannonball. If he does, he knocks right out of the lobby. He goes to 4 eliminations. Ladies and gentlemen, if T225 can stay alive here, this could be it. T225 going to take a huge R&B from DRG off of the fan, though. Oh my goodness, this is going absolutely down to the wire. We might be going to game 7, ladies and gentlemen, depending on how things play out between DRG's Fong and KLA's T225. T225 going up. Oh my goodness, Fong getting sent into the road. Alliance's Frostivus really trying to take it out here. Who will get the elimination? T225 with the pillar, but he's denied access to it. A massive parry onto DRG, trying to get back in. We see the double pillars coming in. Frostivus, T225 gonna be eliminated. Fong, no place to go. Oh my goodness, I don't think anybody can get the MVP besides Frostivus now. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to game 7.